welcome. Uh, I'm going to try and start a new series to where I kind of speak my mind about trader psychology and what I struggle with, and just journaling all the things that I experience as I attempt to be a consistently profitable trader. Um, where I'm at right now as a trader, I've got two sim funded accounts through my funded futures, and I also trade crypto as well. I'm currently looking at Ethereum right now, and so I jump back and forth from gold futures to Ethereum, and try to be profitable in between those two assets. Um, but I'm going to cut to the chase and be very, very, very blunt. Trading is hard. Like, I don't want to discourage you, uh, but if you're looking to wanting to be a trader, you really need to sit and look at yourself and say, okay, am I willing to sacrifice 4 to 6 years of being unprofitable? Now, if you're a prodigy, if you're a prodigy and you pick things up very easily, then props to you if you're able to be profitable within a less time frame than that. But a small little segment I'll kind of ramble on, and we'll see where the series takes us depending on the feedback. Um, I struggled a lot with ego. Um, that by itself held me back for so long as a trader. Uh, I thought that I needed to be right. I thought that if I held a position for 6 hours, that the market would eventually reverse. No. Um, I hit one moment. I remember one moment that I'm trying to get back to that I know that I can. Um, I came home one day and made nearly a 4 digit profit within 15 minutes. And I was doing yoga. Like, I'm not trying to make this sound like it's easy, but I was sitting doing yoga and made like, I think $1,200, $1,500 in 15 minutes. And like that, just cold execution. But I can't, like, I wouldn't say I can't do that anymore. It's where my mind was while I was doing it. Um, I let the market tell me what was happening. I learned everything through Al Brooks. Price action is my foundation. I use price action, then I use indicators, and then I use higher time frames and geopolitical news. But price action is the foundation of my entries and exits and all my theories and all of my strategies. Um, but I would be so ignorant that I would say, no, this is what's happening right now. And if it's not happening, I'm going to hold this position until it happens. And I'm going to let y'all know now, the market does not care. It really does not. If you really think about it, at the end of the day, the market is nothing but code and big institutions who are implementing orders, who are trying to fit thousands upon thousands of orders, who are trying to fill it in a market, and they don't care about me. They do not care about me. For me to sit here and say, "Oh, the market's hunting me. Oh, the market. Oh, the market. It just doesn't want me to be successful." The market, and excuse my French, but the market don't give a damn. It really does not. It will take your money and keep moving. That is one of the hardest pills that I had to swallow. You will lose so much money in this, and you'll sit and look at the market. It's like, bro, do you care that you just took money from me? It will not. It will go tick by tick, and it will keep flowing like the ocean. It is a very scary but beautiful thing, because once you realize the market does not care, because think about it this way, here's the flip side. When you're making money, does the market come and knock on your door and say, "Hey, man, you just took money from me. We got to have a conversation." No, the market does not. It rewards people who are disciplined. You come in with the plan, you come in with a set protocol and risk parameters, and you say, "I'm going to extract this at this amount of time. I want this, and I see this goal. I'm going to hit it. And if it doesn't work, it's variance. Oh well. If I win, awesome. I set myself back to neutral, and we go look for the next setup. If you made your daily profit, cool. I'm going to go live my life. I lost my daily loss limit, cool. I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to go live my life." Now, tilt trading and all of that, I may get into it in this session, may not. It'd be another conversation. But ego really destroyed a lot of what I struggled with. So, what better way to dig into AI? I went to Claude and used the highest intellectual part or highest model that you could, Opus 4.5, and developed this unique thing about my own psychology that I needed. I have a split psychology, right? I have this analytical, cold precision ego that says, okay, I want to use this risk parameter, follow my rules, boom, okay, I made what I need to make, I'm done, nothing more, nothing less. Then I have a flip side of the coin where I want to test my limits. I do. If I'm wrong, okay, that's fine. We're playing in the sandbox. It's like sandbox mode. I limit test. Okay, I wanna try and scalp for 5 minutes. I wanna try and see if I can scalp maybe 5 points in gold futures and see what I can do. And I love that. Oh my gosh, I love that. It's sorry, I don't want to. Okay, I don't want to steer off too much on that edge, but I love it, man. I've come to a part where trading is like a dance, and it takes two to tango, and the market is my dance partner, and I feel like I want it to be the lead, but in reality, it's the opposite. The market is the lead. The market says you follow my lead, and if you're disciplined, you can take what you want. And it is, I'm getting goosebumps just as we're talking about it. It's fascinating when you really just submit to being the lead. And me being a male and, having my ego as a man, I want to lead. I want to take part. I want to impose what I want for the market. And I'm not going to lie, we're dating this now. It is December 27th. Gold had a bull run, and it's been having a bull run for the past 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. And I'm 90% bearish. I've figured out I really like shorting. It's fun. I don't know why I like to short, but that's just where my bias is when I enter the market, my brain immediately goes, okay, I just want to short first. So, of course, as you know how it played out throughout the 4 to 6 months of gold running on this bullish momentum. I lost a lot because I wanted to short at every higher high, every double top, every upper Bollinger Band extremity. I wanted to short. But what happened? The market would walk the band. The market would keep going up. The market would keep having these bullish climaxes, these bullish, insane auctions higher. And I would be in distraught because I'm like, dude, there's no way it can keep going higher. There's no way he can keep going higher. And every account, every blown sim-funded account, every blown personal account that I went through, I had a realization the market never cared. The market had its own agenda, and Either I followed it or I didn't. The market did not care to take all of my money. And as you see now, what is it doing? It's still moving. And, I said all of that to say, as a up and coming trader, if you can't submit to the process and can't accept the fact that the market is going to do what it wants, and you have to accept that. If you can't, you will lose money. I'll cut the video right now and just say it throughout all of this TED talk, all of this long dialogue and pointless conversation, that if you can't submit to the market moving on its own through code, through bigger institutions, geopolitical news, the whole world, or big whales, in crypto terms, then you might as well clean your account, take all the money out, close your, futures accounts and all of that, and just stop trading. Because sure, now, don't get me wrong, you're more than welcome to keep doing it, but you are fighting an uphill battle, and it took me 4 years to get that. I spent a lot of time. I spent maybe 6 to 7 months studying price action, and 4 to 5 years studying psychology, my own psychology. Because every day it really is you studying yourself. Every day you get up, you do what you do your, routines. And once you open that chart to find your setup, your mind kicks in. Because no one presses that button but you. No one says, hey, buy, sell. This is why I like trading, solo. I don't want to listen to other people. I don't want anybody to impose their ideas of what they want out of what I want. I guess it's similar to, a painter. Like, I see the market as a canvas, and what I choose to paint, draw, chart, and do whatever I want to do to extract the value out of the market for me to be happy with, that's for me. But I'm realizing I'm rambling. My apologies. I'll wrap it up saying this. All that I've learned, and if the one thing that I could tell a up and coming trader is, trading is hard until you let go of your ego and the need to be right. Because what's weird is when you're right, sometimes you might be wrong. I watch a lot of anime, I read a lot of manga, and one manga that really changed my perspective was Blue Lock. Egos form in different mannerisms, and I realized that I have a split ego. I have a practical ego and an ego that wants to limit test. And I've figured out my own style of trading to meet my requirements and then to also limit test. So I've found my own little rhythm, and I couldn't be any more thankful. It took me years to get to that point. And I still have my faults. I still fail. And I'm still learning all that I'm learning. But what I would tell an up and coming trader who wants to be successful is, being consistently profitable is realizing some days you might not make money. You might not. Um, and that's not to say you don't know anything. That's not to say you're a bad trader. It's just to say that the environment that the market is in right now is not favoring your conditions. If you want to change your conditions and change your protocols, then you are more than welcome to do that. Uh, but, me wanting to be an aspiring quant, I can go on into rambling about probabilities, variance, positive expectancy, all of that stuff. But, excuse me, that's not the pertinent conversation that I want to have right now. This is kind of just like a first video intro thing, so I might be all over the place. But trading is hard, and I'm a regular person. I'm not anybody special. I don't work for a big institution. I don't work for a big prop firm that goes in. Nobody pays me to be a prop firm trader. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I'm just a regular, average 9-to-5 Joe. But I thought that I would share my struggles, my hardships, to the common person. Showing that on this side of YouTube that I'm not a guru. I'm not somebody selling courses. I'm somebody who struggled for 5 to 6 to 7 years of seeing nothing. No consistency, no profits, no past evaluations, nothing. Getting up every day, swallowing glass, telling myself I will be successful. Can you do that? Can you fail 4 to 6 years, day in, day out, having I wouldn't say constant, but having days to where you just don't feel like you are enough because of the amount of times that you fail? Can you go through that, seeing how every day, we're in a social world, how people are making tons of money? You're seeing people posting huge returns, seeing all these people saying, and especially during the meme coin run, and I don't know if that's still going, I don't know, but all these kids making millions, thousands of dollars, meanwhile I'm failing every day. Can you do that? Can you eat that glass and tell yourself, yeah, I'm willing to fail, while all these people who are posting all of this stuff, and even the hidden traders who are making buku's amount of money, can I put my head down and say, I'm going to focus only on me, this is my race, and I'm going to continue working on what I want to work on? Man, there's so many things I want to talk about. But, and I'll end it with this. Trading is hard, but when you finally find your rhythm and you finally see things seeing things turn in your direction, it gets exciting. And I'm telling you now, especially from a person who has failed for so long, that it gets exciting. Like I am so excited of where I am right now as a trader that things are just getting started. I'm so excited, and I wouldn't give it up for the world. All my failures and all of my successes, I wouldn't give it up for the world. So I'll end it here. If y'all want, I appreciate y'all coming to my TED Talk. If y'all want more, please leave a like and comment. Let me know if y'all like this video style format. It won't be every day. It won't be weekly. It'll just kind of be to where I have something on my mind or I have something on my heart that I want to share as a trader, and kind of just share it to the common public. But wow, man, there's so many things that I wanted to talk about. Hopefully I connected with somebody, uh, who's struggling and just needed a pick me up, who just needed a reminder that it will get better. Continue going against the grain. Keep grinding. Keep putting your head down. Keep focusing. Keep reiterating. Keep finding something. There's always something to improve on. Um, I'm not. I don't know everything. I thought I did. I don't. And the market keeps continuing to show me that I know nothing. I know nothing. And it is a teacher, an instructor, and it is an entity that needs to be respected. If you do not respect the market, it will take your money and it'll live its life. That is one of the harshest things. It's harsher than nature. Nature is hardcore. You'll see hyenas eating pups, like eating, anyways, hardcore stuff. You'll see some of the most disgusting things out in nature. I feel like the market is just up to par with that. It'll take your money and it'll keep moving. It does, and it will not check on you. You will wake up the next day feeling like shit, feeling like you don't want to get out of bed, you don't want to eat. All you think about is the market and how you can make back. You'll have one of the hardest losses. You'll lose everything. You'll lose your accounts. You'll lose your prop firm accounts if you're a prop firm trader. You'll lose your personal account. You'll have one of the biggest losses you'll ever have. And when you come to out of that moment of despair, you'll look at the chart, and it is one of the most cruelest things that you'll ever realize is that the market does not stop for you. I'm sorry. You're nobody special. I'm nobody special. I'm not an institution. You're not a big institution. It does not care. It will keep going up and down, up and down, like you never existed. All right, I rambled enough. Those who even remotely stuck to the end of this, I really appreciate it. Let me know if y'all like this. I would love to keep posting these. I love rambling. I love just sitting and talking. Even if I don't have an agenda to talk about, I still like to have a space to just share my thoughts and my experiences as a trader. Um, so like and subscribe. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this type of video, and happy trading. I wish y'all the best of luck in this new week of trading. Peace. Happy New Year's.